Welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast, man. We find amazing people that are doing amazing things in the entrepreneurial world. It is challenging to be an entrepreneur. I just want to put that out there. It's not easy. So whoever tells you that it's easy is lying. Now, some things are simple. I believe that entrepreneurship is simple. It's essentially you get a product or a service, you put a price tag on it, and you tell people about it, right? Basically, like overarching. What's the word I'm saying? In a broad way, right? You get a product or service, you put a price tag on it, then you ask a bunch of people to buy it. Now you got to fix the prices sometimes. Sometimes you got to fix the product. You got to fix the way you ask people. But it's those three things, right? Pretty much.
For the most part.
So we're going to talk to another entrepreneur that's making some things happen in the entrepreneurial space. Kim, what's up?
What's up, David?
Everything good with you?
Everything is great.
Amazing. Reese, let's bring her mic a little closer. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so you were telling me about what you do, and other people were telling me about what you do, and I thought that was really cool. You said party planning, because when I hear event planner, I think I automatically think, okay, we just did Podcast Summit and you talked to an event planner and it's like all these logistics, these like big scale stuff, which I don't know if you do that as well, but the fact that you said party planner made me think about my wife, because she plans all of our kids' parties and she has such a good time. She loves doing it. And I was actually telling her, I'm like, yo, that should be a business, because I'd be thinking entrepreneurial. But maybe you can help us figure out a way to help my wife make $1 million as a party planner.
Yes. So you want me to break it down?
Break it down.
So for me, as a party planner, I feel like you got to start by figuring out what you are good at. So for me, I love to just make things look beautiful. Yeah. So I have built streams of income around that very thing, right? Okay. So I have a party planning business. I have done like party rentals, because I love to get like big props and, all of the dolls, the walls and all of that stuff.
Hold on real quick. When you say you do event, what'd you just say? The product rentals, what'd you call it?
Party rentals.
Party rentals, yeah. So party rentals, meaning you rent them or you bought them and rent them to other people?
So when you are starting, you have to build inventory. Yeah. So you'll have things like, your pipe and drape, your champagne walls, the pretty walls, kind of like stuff like this that you could just use over and over. So you can start a business by actually renting those things out.
Hold on, turn the air on, please.
You can start a business by actually renting those things out. Another thing you can do is like classes, teaching what you know. Yeah. There's so many things you can do.
All right, so what scale of business are you on right now currently in terms of your party planning business?
So I do events, and I also sell classes, digital products. Yep. That's another thing. So that's what I do. I'm mostly into parties, social events, and the digital products.
What type of parties do you do?
Social events, we do conferences, but it kind of shifted. I'm not going to lie. It kind of shifted, yes. So when I started, David, I started this for like $275, doing small parties, right? And then it kind of shifted. As the business grew, I started getting into doing like conferences and stuff. And I kind of figured out that like, it's a lot, right? Because so we talk about party and event planner. So it's like 3 roles. Yeah. So you have your event planner, which is the person who is in charge of putting everything together. Yeah. And then you have your designer, which is the person that is responsible for making everything look beautiful. And then you have your coordinator. That's the person that's making sure that things arrive on time, the vendors are there, stuff is, people know where to load in and out, all of that stuff. So it is a lot. So it's 3 different roles, and one person can do it all, but one person, you shouldn't. You spread yourself.
But you did do it all in the beginning.
Yes. When you starting, you have to, because how you want to have a team?
Right, yo, my wife does it all. And I mean, I guess I'm telling on myself because I don't really help with my kids' parties. Do you help? Do you help with? Dang, I was hoping you were going to say no. Yeah, because I don't. She just does it, and I think she really be in her bag. She likes putting this stuff together. But so in the beginning, Tell me about your first gig, your very first gig.
Dave, I started with inflatables, like bounce houses.
Okay.
So my very first party, child, listen, I didn't have systems. I didn't have anything. I put them on Facebook. Somebody called me, and I had 2 bounce houses. No truck, no nothing. So a friend took them out there for me. I got my whole family praying because we barely know how to connect the blower. But I went out there, everything turned out amazing. But what I did realize was like, man, they need so much more. They need like cotton candy, popcorn. So I started getting into all of that stuff. So that's how I kind of ended up being like that one woman show, doing everything. And then it burnt me out.
Really?
Yes.
So first off, I want to know how it burnt you out, but the bounce houses, you're saying you bought 2 bounce houses.
I did.
For how much?
Like $2,000.
For both of them or each?
For both of them.
So bounce house is about
$3,000.
Got it. So it's about $1,000-$1,500 per bounce house. And how much did you rent it out for?
Like $250 or something around it. That I didn't know what
both of them for $250?
Each.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yes.
Where did you keep the bounce house and how big is it?
So they were like, one was a bounce house, one was a water slide. And I just put them on my in my back porch. I was in an apartment and I just put them in my back porch. Hold
on. Because this is better than Turo, or it's better than Airbnb. You don't got to buy a $200,000 house okay. Someone says they need a bounce house in the water thing. What's all required to put it up? Is it just the little air thing?
So you need a dolly, you need a blower, you need stakes, and that's pretty much it. A water hose if you're gonna be using it wet, but that's pretty much it.
I kind of like this shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
And you had the bounce houses just deflated, just on your back porch.
Yeah, you roll them up like a taco, basically, and I stored them in my on my back porch.
So if I could make I can spend $2,000-$3,000 on these bounce houses, and if I get 1 gig per weekend, I can make $2,000 a month.
Oh yeah, like
unbelievable.
It's a lucrative. Our industry, like party planning, this is a $4 billion industry, Dave. You calling your wife?
Yes, sir. Because I need to know how much she spent on these bounce houses. And first off, if not for now, we got 3 kids. So, and 2 of them are little. So both of them, throughout the year, we have a bounce house.
Hello.
Dre, what up? Yo, hey, you're live on the Social Proof podcast, so don't say nothing nasty.
Okay, I won't say anything.
Okay, how much do we rent the bounce houses for like Sarai and Sami's parties?
Ouch. Maybe like 200.
Huh.
I have to look and see. Hey, stop! I have to look and see.
Yeah, we about to buy some bounce houses. Yo, I'm doing an interview right now. She got 2 bounce houses for like $2,000-$3,000, and rents them out for like $250 each.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's a profitable. I'm sure it's a profitable business, especially for like kids' birthday parties.
You love this stuff. Hey, I need you to be a party planner. I'm trying to be a house husband. I need to retire. Okay. She's about. So actually, if you tune in right now, you need to watch this. Okay, because I don't want to work no more, and I want you to save me.
And I really do enjoy like stuff like that, like event planning for kids' parties because we do it for our kids. But
yo, here we gonna lock in the whole market of kids' parties. All right. So start thinking about a business name. All right.
All right.
And tell your kids to shut up. Okay, they going crazy in the background.
Don't say that.
Tell your kids they doing too much. All right. But kiss them for me. I'll talk to you later.
All right, love you.
I love you. All right, bet. All right, it's legit. Because we pay it. You feel me? Okay. And I know it's a whole lot more to talk about, but I'm just impressed with these bounce houses, this little bounce house play.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
all right,
yes.
So, dang, I forgot where we were going. Okay, so that was your first gig, and it obviously started to grow, but I want to stay in that mode of like the beginning, maybe the mom that's already planning parties for her kids or her kids' friends, things of that nature, because people going to always have a party, right? Mm-hmm. So walk me through some of the other numbers that I can get excited about.
As far, you can do event spaces with it. So like I got it. You got it?
Yeah.
So I ended up getting an event space. Mm-hmm. David, I was doing t-shirts, like, do you get t-shirts for your kids' parties?
Yeah.
Like mom, dad, sister, brother. Yes, it's so many things. The cute little tutus. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was shipping those worldwide. Doing everything.
Where'd you get the tutus from?
So you can actually you can go to Hobby Lobby, Joann's, and just get the tool, put it on elastic, and you just like tie it.
What tool? What do you mean?
It's a fabric called tulle, and they sell it on a roll, and then you just buy the roll, cut it, and attach it to adhesive. So it's like you put it around adhesive. Mm-hmm. So okay, if your wife is watching this.
What is the tutu though? The tutu is the little dress thing, right?
Yes.
Where do you get the dress from?
Tulle, you make it. So if your wife is watching this, yes, you get elastic, and she would just tie it around your daughter, right? And it stretches, and then she would just buy the fabric from Hobby Lobby, cut it, and then just tie it around the
elastic.
Elastic, sorry, yes, the elastic, and cut it.
How much it cost you to make that?
Oh, they were really cheap to make, like a good $10.
How much you selling for?
I was selling, so Dave, this was when I first started 14 years ago, right? So I was selling those for like $85 a set.
What?
Yes. I would add the jean, because you can get jean vests and then add the patches to match from Hobby Lobby.
Oh, for every kid, you'd make that whole set.
Yes, that was an upsell.
Oh, this is crazy. I like this. Yes. Okay. I didn't even think of it because we don't buy outfits for the kids, but I think it'd be cool. We get t-shirts for us. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like it'd be like Sarai's dad or Psalm's mom, something like that. Okay. All right. So that's another thing. Give me some more.
Equipment. So like we just talked about the concessions, the cotton candy, popcorn, snow cones. Mm-hmm. You can get stuff like that from Amazon, and you can finance it. Stuff like pipe and drape, the curtains, the lighting, all of that stuff. And you can rent it. So even when business slows down, or even when you don't, necessarily want to be going out doing stuff all the time, you can just hire somebody to rent those things out for you.
I see. Okay. So you go in and say, I can handle all. You want to have an amazing party for your child. You go in and say, I'll do all of this stuff for you. Just kind of like a checklist. Like, all right, we can make the tutus. Okay, you don't want that. You want ice cream? Okay, we'll do the ice cream, or snow cones or whatever, bounce house. So it's just letting them customize it?
Yes.
So we have packages already put together?
Yes, so you can do, so we did packages. And then you could do like add-ons. So if I see like David is really liking package A, he might have got our, 2K package, but him and his wife are really loving everything I got here. So I'm like, did you want to add on the cotton candy, the popcorn? Well, what about the lights? Because the lights would go really well with this theme, right?
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
So give me your packages. I don't know if they're your packages now, but give me your packages before and give me your packages now.
So David, this was 14 years ago. Mm-hmm. So my packages then. So I literally started doing this for $275 14 years ago.
For you to just do it, but they had to pay for everything.
No, David, that was like that was the total price. That was the total. I didn't know. You
didn't calculate, okay, this might cost me more than $275?
So when you start a business, and I know you probably know this too, you thinking about, okay, this was my mindset. So I'm gonna get all the candy from the Dollar Tree, right? And I'm thinking in my mind, okay, that's $20. And then all of this other stuff I own, I already got the, cocoa melon props and all of that. So I'm pulling it out of my storage, but not even taking account of like, okay, girl, you got a storage, you got like other little fees and stuff. But so that's how I started. $275. I didn't think about the other added on. I didn't think about hiring somebody to help me because I thought you know what I mean? I'm like, if I can get, 10 people to book me in one day at $275, boy, that's a good day.
That's a horrible day. Because you got to do the 10.
I had 6 parties in one day before.
Wow. I bet it's 275 for sure. I'll give you 275 right now for my daughter's birthday next year.
I'm sure you would. Yeah.
Wow.
But that day was horrible, and he put me up to it. But he was like, "Oh," because people kept booking. He's like, "You should take them all," and I'm like, "How?" Listen.
Yeah.
I ended up cutting myself that day and going to the ER, but because I was just, I was so stressed and just running. Yeah. So I figured out after that, like, girl, you got to get a team because the business is growing. You know, you got to get a team. You got to get some systems. You know, you got to get your branding together so that you can get higher paying clients so that you don't have to, you know, chase the 275.
After you're leaving the ER, what was the realization, and then what did we do moving forward?
I realized, like, I need to change some things so that I don't have to, you know, chase, like I just said, chase the 275. So, like, what can I do? I ended up taking a class, maybe not right then, because I'm still a little hard-headed, thinking I can figure it out. But after I took that class, I realized that people were actually being paid thousands of dollars to do what I was doing for $275.
Same thing.
And I also realized that the people who pay $275 and the people who pay thousands are two different people.
100%.
You're right?
100%.
Yeah. So I had to change some stuff about me, right? I used to say people were cheap, but it wasn't the people. It was me. Because, girl, I didn't have systems. I didn't, I'm showing up, my bleach stains, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just showing up, flip-flops at a consultation. You get what I'm saying? But you attract who you are. So you get what I'm saying? You attract who you are. So I was attracting those cheap people because everything about my logo, everything about my business was cheap. So once I realized I got in a room with some other people who were playing a bigger game, I'm like, so this is what I got to do. So I really don't even have to learn how to do the balloons. I really don't even have to learn how to do the flowers, the party favors, none of this stuff. I can just delegate it. I can just build a team. And that was like, it's been a game changer.
Bro, yeah, I hope this isn't going over people's heads, because you was like, it's not that the things you were doing was wrong. It's the fact that you just didn't have the right information. How much was the class that you took?
I think it was like maybe $1,000 plus, but that was a lot. I
know it was. That's 4 jobs for you.
Listen, that was a lot.
What did it take for you to say, okay, I know what I'm doing. I can do this. What is this class going to teach me? What did it take for you to actually part with that $1,000 and say, I'm going to go get some help?
It was just so horrible. I was looking at my business. At that time, I had this giant warehouse, and I'm just looking at my business like, Kim, you will never be able to buy your dream house. You'll never be able to buy your dream car. Like, this is not really a business. It's just like your little hustle right now. Yeah. So the worst that could happen with me taking that class was nothing. So I was like, something like, this is my last straw. If this don't work, like, maybe I do gotta, have to get a job. Yeah. And thank God it worked. Yeah. I built some amazing relationships from that class. And I learned that this was the key. I learned that I had to charge a design fee, like, for myself.
What do you mean?
So when you're planning events, just how you have to pay for your furniture, you got to pay for your flowers, all of that stuff. You got to charge for yourself too, your creativity, your design fee. So
you were just charging for the things, and you weren't adding a premium because you're the person doing it.
Yes, because I didn't know to. And so if it was flowers, if the flowers like, $100, I'd be like, let me say the flowers is like $110, let me just add a little bit, you know what I mean? And then at the end, it's like, maybe I made $100. Listen, it was ridiculous. But I realized, like, listen, in order for you to scale and provide a premium service, you have to charge a design fee. You have to charge a service fee because you have to have people to come out here and help you, execute these events. If you want to be a one-woman show, then that's fine. You do that. But if you really want to grow and scale and, start making 6 figures, 7 figures and beyond, you got to have a team, and then you gotta hire like A players.
Yes. Oh, I don't even know if you know the jewels you're dropping right now.
Really?
This is like, because for somebody that, let's say they want to get into event planning, they're upcharging the product. So if flowers are $100, I'll charge $110. But what I got was they still have to pay you for being the person that picks the right flowers.
Absolutely.
That's profound.
Yes.
You understand what you're saying right now?
And you gotta pay
this
you
is
to
wild.
Your relationships too.
100%. Okay, so what was the next jump from 275 to what?
I know. I still remember when I had to charge a design fee. I had to go back home and I had a Sweet 16 lined up. Mm-hmm. And I literally, David, still remember that client coming. I had my little carbon copy invoice. And I remember her being on the way to do our meeting. And I had a warehouse, had a little AC unit in the window. And I had my armpits drying in the AC because I was sweating because I knew that I had to tell her that I was charging her a design fee. And it was like $1,000, maybe $1,500, something around that. And so I remember her picking up the invoice and she's going over everything line by line. And she said, this is, what's this? This is for you? And my voice is crackling. I'm like, yes. And she said, okay. Just like that. And I was like, I passed out. I done died and came back. Everything for her to just be like, okay. And from that moment, I was like, okay.
Let's go.
This is easy peasy.
There's a lot of things you can do with $500. I mean, you can have a night out with your significant other. You could buy some really expensive shoes. Well, really nice shoes are about double $500. You could buy a course where you can learn something for $500. But I have something better for you to do with the $500. I want to meet with you every single morning for the rest of your life. Well, maybe not the rest of your life, but every morning, Monday through Friday, for the rest of the year. I have information and game that have allowed me to build a successful business, a successful community, and a successful life all the way around. But I want to share that with you. But the only way we can accomplish this is not me selling you a course, not me giving you a one-on-one consultation, because even with that, you'll get the information, but you'll need more. I want to meet with you every single morning. Now, would I meet with someone every morning for $500 for a year? And the answer is yes. Actually, we've been doing this thing since 2017. We have what's called the morning meetup. Every single month, we have a theme, whether it's social media, whether it's motivation, whether it's strategy, whatever it is, we have a theme for the month. And every morning in that month, we have a conversation around that topic. And I am giving a wealth of knowledge, not only myself, but a lot of friends, a lot of people that you see on this podcast. They join every single week. So you need a community of people that you can grow with, and you need a coach. I'm your coach. The Morning Meetup is your community. Go to themorningmeetup.com. It's $499, and I will meet you every single morning for an entire year. Give it a shot. Can you explain a little more of that breakthrough moment? Because it seemed like you had a real moment, like internally, if you can kind of describe a little bit more of like what happened and what you're feeling when you walked out of there. Did you stand a little taller? Did you have more self-worth yourself?
Yes, it gave me confidence. So for her to say like, yes, I will pay you this $1,000 or $1,500, like she believes in what I'm doing. Like she knows that I'm capable of really executing this Sweet 16 at a high level. Like she believe in me. She gonna pay me to do all it. Like, yeah, Big Kim.
Congratulations, Big Kim. Walked out big because you was Lil' Kim walking in there.
I was.
You was Lil' Kim.
Yes.
All right, so design fee, $1,500. The other line items Were they just the cost of the thing, or were you having a vendor and then still charging money on top of that?
Yes. So when pricing, you got to charge your design fee.
Yep.
You also have to charge your service fee. Industry standard right now is around like 20%, but this covers like the people coming out, your team, people coming out to help you, transport fees, different stuff like that, right? And then for your vendors, so if I'm having...
Hold on, real quick, back up. 20% standard for what? I don't understand.
20%. That's the industry standard that you would charge on top of your total cost of the things that we're using. So product
it's
cost.
Not per item. It's, you're saying, let's say for instance, the balloon person is $100 for round numbers. I don't know, Bouncy House is gonna cost you $100 to rent it and $100 for a person. We're at $300. You're saying you just calculate all of the things that it's going to cost you, put 20% on top of that, and that's the invoice.
Yes.
I got you. Okay,
Yep.
I got you.
Yep.
Okay, keep going. I cut you off, I'm sorry.
And what was we saying?
So the 20% on top of the vendors, but some of the stuff you already had at this point?
So some stuff you have, but David, just because I have this black sofa, does that mean that I'm bringing it out here and I'm not charging you? I bought this as an investment, so why am I not renting it out? It's an investment.
For sure. I like that. So, okay, so there was another fee that...
Yeah, so like the products, so like your florals, your AV, your concessions, cart, whatever it is, right? So you charge all of that, and then you charge your service fee, and then you charge your design fee, and there we go.
Hold on, what's the difference between the service fee and the design fee?
The design fee is me. The design fee is for me designing this event. And then my service fee is for the people who are helping me execute this event. My team, us loading, unloading, breakdown, all of that stuff.
I got you. So the labor is the service fee. Design fee is you. In that labor fee, are you in that labor fee too?
No.
Okay, so labor fee, people coming out, design fee, you, your vision, putting it all together, and then 20% on top of all of the products and vendors and services that you are providing. Okay, last thing, is there 20% on top of the service fee?
The service fee is the 20%.
Service fee is including the whole 20. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay, cool. So what is a normal? I don't know how many people are coming out to your average kids event, let's say?
Back then, at least 30.
About 30.
Like 30.
And I would imagine that the amount of people impacts the price, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So about your average 30-person kid event, what is your typical invoice?
So for me, it's not really about the amount of people. When you are doing an event, when you are a party planner, you should have a decor minimum. So this is like my get out of bed fee. So like, what if you said, hey, Kim, I'm having an event. It's just me and the kids and my wife. This 4 people. That doesn't mean that, okay, David, I'm coming for $500. Like, no.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
So you have to have that decor minimum.
Okay. So one, we know we have the design fee. That's static, whether it's 1 or 100 people, right? But if it's only 4 people, you need a lot less things, a lot less vendors, a lot less labor, things of that nature. So your $1,500, your design fee, that's the get out of bed fee pretty much, right? Okay. So do you have a minimum though? Like, if it's only going to be 6 people, I'm not doing it.
No, because you could say, I want you to do it. So the decor minimum is you have to be at least spending $10,000. So. Whoa,
I'm sorry, say it again.
10,000. You got.
No. Say it with confidence these days. So at least $10,000 spend.
Yes, because. So once your business grows to a certain level, you know that when I'm doing these events, I want them to look a certain way. Yeah. So I want to have a floor wrap. I want to have, acrylic menus. I want to have a nice backdrop. You know that because if you looked at my profile, that's why you booked me for this look. So in order for me to be able to provide this look for you, this is the amount that we need.
So what do you do about the people that only, I'm trying to do I got a little budget, $3,000, all in total. What do you do? You just don't do those?
I love that you said that. That's where the digital products come in at, right? So we have these templates, David. They are so easy to use. So if you said, what's your daughter's favorite theme?
It depends on the year, but right now she's in her princess vibes.
Love it, right? So we have the princess backdrops already made, perfect for your wife. She could add your daughter's picture using Canva, add her name, the number, send it to a printer, have it delivered to your house. The floor wrap, if she want to do that, already created with the template. She prints it, sends it to print. The party favors, if she wants them water bottle labels, treat bags, all of that stuff, she can do it with templates. So, it's a DIY process.
Kim, you talking good. If I'm at this 10K minimum for me to come out and do it, anything under that, just buy my digital products so you can do it yourself.
Absolutely.
If you don't want to do it yourself, then you got to come upstairs and really get to this real package.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's is that where you're at now? The minimum 10,000?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Do you still do kids parties?
Not so much, but I got one coming up on the 23rd. It's just like a class that I'm doing for my community. So we doing like a over the top kid party. Cause that's how I started. And I love it.
What you mean it's a class? I don't get it.
So it's a class. So I'm inviting my community out. And we're just doing something dope. We're doing
for someone's party?
No, it's a style shoot.
Oh, so it's not even a kid's party.
My kids will be there.
Okay.
But so it's a style shoot. So when you are really wanting to scale and attract those premium clients, you have to have a portfolio, because if I said, hey, David, I can do your daughter's party, 10K, and you went on my Instagram page and you saw nothing, or you saw like some, Party City vibes, you would be like, girl, 10,000 where? So we're doing a style shoot. I'm inviting my community. They're coming out, and we're just going to create something over the top, and they'll be able to use those photos to market, so they can,
They can use the photos.
Yeah.
But, I mean, is that really their work, though? You know what I mean?
David, it is. They're a part of this production.
They're a part of the production. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
They have access to the same vendors. They can use the same templates.
What's your page?
EZPZ.
Hold on one second. Hold on. I want to see. You got some stuff on there?
I do.
Okay, cool.
EZPZ.
EZPZ _ party planning?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. All right. Bow. Okay. All right. Where am I looking? Oh, little easy peasy joint. What do you use to make party backdrops? Wood or foam? Oh.
So do you see that?
Yeah.
So if you were do DIY, like your wife, she would literally just take that backdrop, the wooden backdrop, or the foam, and she would add the princess template on there just like a sticker.
Ah.
You get it?
Yeah. Where is this at? Where is this at right here?
So that was a workshop that I did.
Right. So you just rented out a studio, and I guess you put the pipe and drape up there. Oh, and they're actually making like grass walls and stuff.
Yes. Florals.
I actually want to come to one of the workshops.
You should.
This is so good.
Yes, so they learn all of this stuff. So you just said, are they actually doing it? Listen, they process flowers. They get on their knees to apply the floor wraps. They're doing the drapes, the uplighting, all of that.
How old are your kids?
5, 9, and 14.
Oh, you made the little balloon. I always wonder how they did them little balloons.
Yes.
This is fire. So right now, you still do events, which makes me feel good about this conversation, because some people that like go teaching, they don't still actively do the thing.
I do.
But you're still in the game.
Yeah.
Okay,
I saw you at Offer Mastery. I did the design for Offer Mastery, Myron Golden.
Yeah, yo, I I was looking like, I know she looks so familiar because D put us together. He was like, yo, this person's amazing. I'm like, oh, bet. But now, because I was like, I know her from somewhere. Yes. So you did all the design. You did the designing
in the lobby area, the branding for the screens. We did some of that. The balloons that you saw, the store.
That joint was nice.
Thank you.
That joint was nice. Yo, congratulations. Okay, so what do you do primarily now? What's your biggest? Do you do now? Do you do more conferences or what?
So I do more, more conferences now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got it. And what are those typical invoices?
So a lot. So they can go anywhere from 100,000 on up.
Not to be in your pockets.
I know this is coming.
Because the design fee ain't $1,500. I know. But what is the profit margin for an event planner on a large scale event? And I know it might vary based on who you are and what you do, but what is the profit margin on an event for an event planner?
So there are just so many ways, but at least 30,000 for your design fee. You can charge anywhere from 20,000 to 30,000. But most conferences last 3 days.
Yeah.
So that means you're gonna be on site for 5 days. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a lot.
I know. I've been here. I've been doing events for a long time.
Listen.
And now that's why I hire people like you.
Yes.
Because you just can't do it all yourself. So 30 grand up, like just the design fee. And the rest of the money that you make is based off the percentage on top of the vendors that you are pulling together.
Yes. So we do charge on top of the vendors, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm leveraging my relationship. I have to make sure that person shows up on time.
Yeah.
I have to make sure that they show up with a quality product, right?
Because it all represents you.
Yes.
Okay, biggest nightmare. Give me your biggest. I'm talking about, I want a
biggest nightmare?
As recent as possible. Because as entrepreneurs, we think that, people think that, we got it all together. And I do well in my business, but I mess up all the time.
Yes,
still. So give me the biggest blooper that you've had, as recent as possible.
As recent as possible. So I did an event, and I don't know which one. So I took a last minute event, right? And I'm thinking, but the customers do not care. So I took a last minute event, and they were like, they had a certain budget, and I'm like, yeah, I can work with that. And I was literally out of town. The event was in like 3 days, David.
Dang.
Yes. And so they showed me the flowers. I'm like, listen, I can't get this type of flower, but I can get this type of flower. And so her assistant approved it.
Yeah.
When I get to the event, my florist is designing, and her assistant walks out and like, I don't like this. I don't like these flowers. And I'm just like, you approved these flowers, right? You don't know that, like, I had to call in 8,642 favors. Like, I have, you know what I mean? I had to call so many people. We were out late, like going from store to store. I literally flew their linen from the city that I was in, Florida at that time. Wow. I flew their linen in for this event. And you don't want to have like dissatisfied customers, but it happens. And like for me, like I take stuff like that really hard. Like it does something to your confidence. And so you just have to like think and say like, okay, what can I do about this? How can I avoid this happening again? And the real thing is like, not taking last minute events.
Don't take last minute events.
Yeah, because
that's
like
the solve.
People, they don't care. Like they just want, I paid you and I want what I want.
Outside of the flowers, did it roll into other things that you're just nitpicking on, or was everything else good?
No, everything else was good.
Yeah.
But I think it was just like me in my head, like that just like, I take stuff too hard sometimes, right? Yeah. But I think it was just like me in my head, and I think I couldn't get over it. But you still have to show up bubbly and.
But you executed, so
I did, cool. Yeah, and it was still an Instagrammable moment.
For
they still, posted it. Everybody got their content, and people were like, "This is beautiful." Like You know what I mean? You did that.
For sure.
So
this is good. So event planning, who was the type, or not event planning, party planning, because that's pretty, you teach people that beginning stage, right?
I do.
Because not everybody is gonna want to do like large scale events, but I think just like you, and as you're talking, I'm getting this vision from my wife of, all right, you'll start with party planning, and eventually if you do a bunch of 30 kid parties, somebody who has 200 kids, it's the same thing, it's just more people, and then you kind of go into conferences, so it scales up, right? But who is the perfect type of person to really get into this party planning space?
Anybody. Even if you have a hint of creativity. And the thing is, like I just showed you with those templates, you don't even have to be creative, right? You have like AI, you got Mid-Journey, literally you can type into Mid-Journey, create a...
What is Mid-Journey?
It's an AI app.
Okay, what does it do?
It will create the party for you. So you can type in, create a holiday party, red and green, corporate. I want a balloon arch and 6 tables.
What?
Yes.
And then you could just say, okay, this is what I need, this is what I need. Then you go put it all together for an event.
Yes. Oh, you take that from Mid-Journey to creating your team, right? So you can find you a balloon artist, or you can do the balloons yourself, or, and then you start finding your print companies, your people to start putting it together.
I think when people think go get your team, they mean you have to hire a bunch of people to work for you as employees, but that's not what you're saying.
David, the first person that I hired I got them off Facebook Marketplace. It was my balloon artist. That was the first thing that I started delegating when I started. When I hired that balloon artist, it scaled because I was dealing with a professional balloon artist. So it was like this LOL pool party. I would have never thought to bring like the cool Mylar balloon, the shades, or she had like spiders coming out of the ceiling and stuff. Like, I would have never thought of that.
So it's somebody that's already doing the thing, and you just contract them. I got this job, use you for the job, and then you build your team based off of the actual project.
Absolutely.
I like this.
Yes.
I like this. Okay. Now you said everybody can do it, but what are the type of people that shouldn't be in event planning?
You shouldn't be.
Or party planning. Probably somebody don't like kids. But you don't got to be around the kids though. So
yeah, if you don't like kids, if you don't like being around people, if you are not somewhat organized, I mean, honestly, David, you could be a party planner.
I could be a party planner, but I wouldn't even be part of the party plan. I would create a party planning company and then use my team. I would hire my wife. She'll be the planner, the designer, whatever, and I'm just the person talk business, get the numbers, pass it over to my, my event planner, Miss Shands.
Thanks.
I like this, man. And it seems like a low barrier to entry to get in. So do you still have like your warehouse where you are like renting out stuff?
I have a very small storage, David, because I don't want a lot of stuff.
Because you don't bring it in anymore. You do all vendors. Got it. I'm still gonna get them bouncy houses though.
Yeah, you should.
I'm getting them bouncy houses, bro.
You should. You need a vendor?
Yeah, I need a vendor.
Oh, okay, let me show you. You can go to Alibaba.
Hold up. Let me do it in real time. Hey, studio audience that's listening right now, let's do this together, okay? So go to Alibaba.com, ALIBI.
BABA.
ALIBABA.com. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And type in inflatable bounce house.
Oh, it's telling me to open my app because I actually have the app on my phone. Oh, now I gotta update it. Just let me do it on the web. Okay. Okay. So I'm typing in what?
Yes.
What am I typing in?
Type in inflatable bounce house.
Inflatable
bounce house.
Bounce house. Okay. Inflatable bounce house. Got it.
And they cheap too, right?
These choices $800, $480. This one's fire for $445.
Yes.
Wow, $300. This one's fire, and there's a million of them. I didn't even realize. Yo, that's hard. It's a little bounce house, like this, like a little castle with a slide, and it's like slides into a bunch of balloons or balls or whatever that is for $309. Yo, these are fire. You know what? I thought there was only one type of bounce house. There's 100 of these joints.
David, and I connected with the vendor that made all of my stuff custom.
The little water joint is crazy. Yes. Little pool for $200.
I'm telling you, David.
Yo, I could set this one. Okay, y'all.
So is this coaching? Is this kind of low key coaching?
100%. That's the only reason I set up this podcast. So I can be coached for free. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me see. Yo, I hope y'all can see this because this little bounce house is crazy. Look at that. It's a little slide for $200. It's a little slide, water park. And I guess you just put the hose in there.
Yes.
Nah, this is crazy. I'm about to get this for the crib. Not even to rent it out, just to have it at the house.
You can even have them to add your logo on it.
No.
I'm telling you. Yes.
Bruh, I'm really like, when I get home, I'm on my wife's head. Like, yo, it's time. Because people are now reaching out to her. Like, yo, can you do mine? She's like, yeah, I'll help out and I'll help out. Ain't no more helping out, okay? Yes, I will help you out. Absolutely. I'm going to send you an invoice. There's a design fee. This is incredible.
The design fee.
This is incredible. Oh, and some of them are coming like all white, where I guess you can like customize your color. You can customize your colors.
Yes.
These shows just $300.
Colors, themes. Like I would get themes because you know me, I want my stuff to stand out. So I would get all kind of different themes. I would also always make sure that there is a basketball goal on the inside, right? Because that's an upsell.
You talking good. A little bet. You can ask them to add it, you think?
Yes. Like that's something that you can negotiate because like you can say like, you know, my vendors, they usually add basketball goals on the inside. Most of them will give you like for free, to be honest.
Oh, somebody said something really important. Liability insurance.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
So you can go to Hiscox, Thimble. Those are insurance companies.
They thought you ain't knew what you was doing out here. Okay. Okay, so walk me through the liability insurance. What is it? What does it cover? Why is it important?
So it's important because somebody can get hurt and your things can also get damaged or stolen. So I've used companies like Hiscox, Hiscox, and Thimble. And also, so when you are setting up your inflatables at different venues, parks, you're going to have that certificate of liability insurance.
Got it. Okay, so if they're using your bounce house or your whatever, then you have to have insurance because I guess you're liable if it's your bounce house. Mm-hmm. What about the vendor? So let's say you bring in a vendor. Okay, I'm the party planner. You're my vendor. Mm-hmm. I bring in you as a vendor to set up the balloons. Mm-hmm. Something happens, a balloon pops, hits a kid in the eye. I don't know. Who's liable?
So I have insurance personally for my business, and they're supposed to have insurance as well. So venues, they will require it. So like at parks, you cannot, trust me, like in the beginning, because I was like, insurance? Like, what is that? That's too expensive. Like, what? You get what I'm saying? But there's no way around it. You got to have it.
Okay. So the venue itself has to have insurance. The party planner has to have insurance, and the vendor has to have insurance.
Yes.
And I guess they sue whoever doesn't.
I haven't. Thank God.
Out of all these three, somebody ain't got it. I'm going after that one. Wow. Okay. All right. I like this. I like this. Did we miss anything? I think we covered a lot, right?
We did.
Did we miss anything?
I don't think we did.
Beginning invoices. Somebody's just getting started. They only plan their kids' events or whatever. what do you recommend starting out as that design fee?
So anywhere from $500 to $900 beginning, $500 to $900. And I'm gonna tell you this, like, skip the line. Find you wherever you were located, find the top influencer, find a business, and just serve. Consider it marketing dollars. So find your David Shins and say, hey, David, I saw you on Social Proof talking about your daughter love princess parties. I just want to do your daughter's princess party. Would you, if you like it, you mind shouting me out? You have influence. So everybody's going to be like, you did David's event, right? They're going to start, hitting you up. But if you are going to sponsor your services, I got to say this, sponsor it for somebody who can come back and pay you. Yes. For sure. Don't do it for somebody who, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just for your portfolio.
Yeah.
That might be good, though, for your portfolio.
Yeah.
But you're saying if you're going to do a portfolio, do it to somebody that will pay you next year for their kids' party or...
Yes.
Yes. That makes sense.
Yep.
This is so good. One last question. Where you're at right now. First off, tell everybody how they can connect with you, because you do the classes, you do workshops. How do they get in touch with you?
So we host free classes. David, I got a class coming up. I'm going to send you the link. For your wife. So we're teaching them how to slay the season, right? So how to get paid this holiday season. You got Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving coming up, and there are going to be lots of parties going on. So I'm doing like a free class.
Got it.
Just to show them how to slay the season, okay?
I love it.
So you can connect with me on Instagram at the letter E, the letter Z, the letter P, the letter Z, EZPZ _party planning, or just go to EZPZpartyplanning.com. I
love it. EZPZpartyplanning.com.
And David, we have a free community. So we have like almost 60,000 people. It's 58,000. Yes.
Just
on Facebook.
Because I'm about to tell her. Send me the link.
I'm gonna send
you the link.
Yes.
Send me the link.
It's a free community.
Because my wife needs to join that joint right now.
Let me send you the link, David.
Yeah, we need to be a part of that, because it's something that my wife really loves to do anyway. If it wasn't her pet, and I'd be trying to get her to do all kind of stuff because I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm like, if it's something that you're passionate about, you're doing anyway for your own kids, you really enjoy them, you see an opportunity, you know a bunch of people with kids, it only makes sense to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Make some money doing it. Yes. This could be a very lucrative business. Another question. Who's your most successful student? Because it's one thing for you to become, you've been doing it for 14 years. And the only way it shows that you have a formula is if someone's taking your formula and it's worked for them. So I need some examples.
Absolutely. So I have a student in Chicago, Kenosha. They have 2 6-figure businesses. We have Geraldine. Her and her husband, they were in corporate America for 10 years. She retired her husband. She has a 6-figure business. JD Peters. We got Stacy Newbill. She's teaching people how to scale t-shirt businesses. Should I keep going?
Okay. The receipts are there. Somebody type in the chat receipts. We got the receipts. Okay. I like that. So where do you want to take your business ultimately?
I have, since sitting with Dunny, I was like, I gotta think about this. So maybe franchising, but definitely here in Atlanta, starting my party planning school where people can come in, creatives, they can come in, my students, they can host classes there. We have really rare furniture pieces for people to be able to rent, prints, doing things like prints. So that's where I see it going.
I like it. Okay. I've enjoyed this conversation. I really have. Because my wife loves this stuff so much, and I'm so glad we got a chance to have this conversation. And I know there's somebody else that's listening right now that's like, this is a really, really viable option for me to really get in and make some money, whether you're a single stay-at-home mom, single parent, somebody that's just an entrepreneur that sees an opportunity. I see an opportunity. That's why I want to get a part of it. So thank you so much for coming out. This was very, very helpful. And I need you to end this off One, give them your contact information one more time, and then end us off with a word of wisdom, because there's somebody that's watching this right now that's saying to themselves, I think I can, but my track record has said that I can't. My self-belief says that I can't. I don't believe in myself that much. I don't have the type of education that my successful friends have. I don't have the motivation. I don't have the inspiration. So leave us off with some words of wisdom. Let them know how to contact you, and leave us off with a word.
Okay. So you can contact me at EZPZPartyPlanning.com, on Facebook, Kim Possible Perryman. I'm going to just give everybody my phone number right now, okay? Can I do that, David?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. So
you cool with that? I mean, shoot. Wow, my wife can't give out her number to nobody.
So just text me the word EZPZ at 678-403-6408. EZ,
like the letters, EZPZ.
Yep.
Okay.
EZ.
Give me the number one more time.
678-403-6408.
Good. Okay.
All right. And then, man, you just have to believe in yourself and just bet on yourself is what I would say. I, in a million years, just starting out from doing parties for $275, I never thought that I would be here. So just believe in yourself, take the risk, and you never know where God is going to guide you. So just do it.
There we have it. Listen, just do it, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for joining. I need y'all to reach out to Kim. If this was a valuable time with us together, send her a DM right now. Just send her a DM. Just say thank you. Show your appreciation. If this was valuable, send a DM like, yo, I really got some gems. You don't got to be asking for anything, but appreciation goes a long way. Say, I saw you on Social Proof Podcast. Thank you. Any questions, send her a DM. I don't know. Just follow Kim in this journey, because I think she's doing an amazing work. And I think it's even deeper than just a side hustle business, because there are some people that are looking for something and they can't find it. They don't want to get into cars and Airbnbs, and maybe they don't want to get into real estate. Maybe they don't want to be content creators, but this is their bag right here. So definitely. I think you are setting some people free from their own shackles in their own mind. So thank you so much, Kim. Make sure y'all rock with Kim, and do yourself a favor. Go get you some social proof, meaning go build something, build it really, really big, but come back to your community and teach them how you did what you did. It's the only way our community grows. All right, we out of here. Peace. You just watched this whole episode. If you like this episode, watch this one right here. Click right here. You're going to like this one if you like the one you just watched. Check it out.